Hello.
Shane,
Hey,
what's happening, brother? Going on?
what's going on, man?
Not a whole lot. How you doing?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. All right, so let's do the formal introductions, and we'll do the interview, and then we'll see where this goes.
Cool, man.
All
I
right.
appreciate it. I just want to say I appreciate your interest in the music, brother, and you know, it's an honor. So appreciate it, man. I just want to let you know, I appreciate you sharing all my stuff and all that, man.
Well, I appreciate your music, man. You just don't know. It's very hard to come across a good band these days, and you guys have a unique sound that's just all your own. So anyway, so let's do the formal introductions, and we'll go from there, man. All right, this is
Cool.
Shane. This is Shane with Thunder Promotions. I'm sitting here with Kris Kean of Mercy Child. How you doing, Kris?
Hey, what's up?
What's
How you
up?
doing, my man?
Okay, let's talk about Mercy Child and how that all came about.
Well, of course, as you know, probably know, I'm from D-Town. Started out in Dallas, Texas, in 2005, which was an ultimate indulge to bands. Basically, I kind of got was tired of being being in bands is a lot of work. It's like a marriage. But I kind of started to start doing. I was really kind of a guitar player and just I love to sing. So but I've always written music since I was about 15. But just got tired of doing band things. So I started 3 piece. Simple, keep it simple. Bass player, drummer. And just take control of the whole situation, basically, because it's kind of hard to, when the rubber meets the road, to get people that are down to do the gigging schedule that I was wanting to do, and what it ultimately where I was wanting to go, and it's kind of dissipated as a 3 piece. From there, I moved here in 2007. I've been here for almost 10 years, here in Virgin Islands, St. Croix, and I do 200 shows a year here. But there's solo shows. Sometimes I have some people sit in, and I've got several people here and there. I try to put together bands. It's a lot of work, and I get a lot more done on my own as far as like making it happen, as far as making a living doing it. Playing covers and stuff like that. And I figured it would be a good thing to do, to be here as far as promoting myself, because people come on vacation, and then you got all those people that are going to buy your CD and, take it back to wherever they're from, which I thought was a pretty good deal at first.
All right.
I didn't expect it to be this good. It's very, very music-oriented island. There's some talented people here. Very tight family, this island. I mean, everybody knows everybody. It's, you know, they pay the musicians well, so they pay to keep them here all year round. It's something that's kind of a fixture here. So it's appreciated here. It's we're very care of. So I've kind of resided here, and 10 years later, I'm still loving it here. I'm loving the island. More laid back. I lived in Texas for 30 years of my life.
All right.
But just laid back.
Well, right.
But anyway,
I think I discovered you probably about 2, maybe 3 years ago, and we've been friends ever since. But I've been following your music, and I think one of the songs that speaks to me is the song Mahogany Road. So let's talk about that.
really,
Let's talk about that for just a minute.
sure. Let me just let you know that there's actually a place here. It's Mahogany Road, which is it's a rainforest. Um, we've actually got rainforest on one side of the island, which is the west end, and then we got a desert on the east end. It's kind of crazy because it rains there every day. And the east end is dry as a bone. It's
Right.
funny. But anyway, there's a place. It's a place. This lady. Her name is Norma, and she's a local lady. She makes all really local favorites, all the Johnny Cake, all that stuff. Really cool place. Well, there's a guy named Kurt Schindler. He's a really awesome flamenco Spanish guitar player. Would never ever in my life be able to be this good. I mean, he's awesome. This is really good, like majestic thing is to go see him every last Sunday of the month at at at, at this place called the Domino Club, and it's on Mahogany Road. Basically, I wrote that song in 2007 when I was in the process of moving from Texas to here. I sold my solar aquarium business. I used to do that, real job thing
Right.
in the States, and it's a lot of how tough it is to do music musician in the States. I mean, it's kind of, people are underbidding you and undercutting you here. There's kind of a camaraderie here with the music scene, and it's really a majestic thing. Like the staples, like this guy Kurt, he's a local. He's lived here all his life, and he brings such a big, huge crowd, and it's out in the middle of this rainforest, and he's dancing. It's just it's a really cool place. So yeah, I was inspired to do that. Actually, my first vacation here, I came here, and 6 months later, sold everything I owned in Texas and moved here. Not even wanting to come here on vacation. It was a huge trip because I was like, I don't want to live on an island. It wouldn't even. But I saw how the lifestyle was and having musicians. I'm like, really? I make this much playing shows. I'm like, really? So I started doing the math. I'm like, man, I can do this place and make a living. And so, have an 8-year-old son that's, been here the whole time and, doing well on the island. It's not always perfect, but, no place is, but, it can't be playing music for a living. And it was kind of a trip because, I don't play there often. There's not a lot of bands that play there. It's just kind of like his thing. He does that kind of every last Sunday of the month. I'm actually going to be doing a visit there here in a couple of days, which is going to be pretty cool. Because the first time I played this bar that I wrote a song about 10 years ago, which is really cool. But so I just came out, I just hear a cool rhythm sitting here on the beach, and it's the song. 6 months later, I sold everything I own, and moved here, with a car on my back. I didn't even have clothes. I sent 2 7-pound tea bags full of clothes, to the now, and sent him 2 weeks before I left, and eventually just got here and had everything as a carry-on, man, except for speakers. I even carried on my big old Mackie PA, acting like it was a carry-on, acting like it was light. Just on the plane, man. I just took off, So,
wow.
And yeah, that's the story, man. It's a true story. That's basically it.
That's pretty
It's
awesome.
a crazy dream that actually worked, man.
Right.
Shit happens, you just gotta make it happen. And honor the music. That's what I'm all about. Just honoring that music, dude.
Right. Exactly. Well, like I said, I've followed you now for the last couple 3 years, and I really enjoy the music because it's like I said, it's different than what's out there right now. There's right now it's metal and it's rock and it's everything else, and you get out there with your little acoustic guitar and you just go to town, and just the songs are just to me they're incredible. Just for the simple fact that it's just an acoustic guitar, and there's not a lot of acoustic local acts out there. There are, but
Well, I don't know if you've heard my older stuff, like the album we cut in 2005. It was 2 years before I moved here. I cut an acoustic album on my own. I just kind of recorded at my house at leisure. But we, had a band, and we went to professionally do our first CD, and very tight. The drummer I had we've been in our band for 7 years together. We were living stuff together, which you get tight relationship with a band like that. I mean, it's just, it's hard to, it's hard when things don't work out and your girlfriends get jealous and all this crap. I left all that drama. I feel like being in a band's like being hit over the head with a hammer, man. It's like after a while you realize it hurts. You just don't do it no more. I mean, right. I can't lie. I got a 300 plus song set list that I'm always adding to, of covers and stuff that I love to play along with my originals because I play 3-hour shows, So, you gotta mix it up too. You gotta relate to people and then put out the originals, and then eventually they'll keep asking for request originals. It's a good thing because I can sell CDs here. I make tips and they take care of you, feed you. It's a great deal here. And the camaraderie with the musicians, they don't try to underbid you. There's an unsaid spoken kind of, you do this thing. I don't run over other people because I play kind of more rock, and some people are reggae. You got the reggae, you got the blues guys, you got the solo guys, you got all that crap. So I kind of stand out here and I have my own little niche,
Right.
And I'm wanting to move on to other islands, but I'm kind of just like I love St. Croix,
Right. Very cool.
St. Thomas, but it's nice, but it's just overpopulated.
Right.
I wish I could make a ton more money there, but it's not as fun to be sitting in traffic on an island. And it's the most less populated place that has several bars and opportunity to do the same thing. But
right.
On a scale, you have to. I don't want to be anything like a big city, man. I love that. But yeah, I was heavier. We had heavier stuff. The first album we did was heavy. We were more, heavier rock kind of evolved, once island style and having a fun and all that changing. It's just kind of evolved out of that. I was really I love to do the streaming thing and all that, but I just that's limited. You know,
Right.
in my opinion, I had to branch out.
Right. Exactly.
But
So I want to talk about some of your influences as a musician. Who did you listen to growing up? Who do you listen to now? Where do you take your influences from?
well, I can tell you, I I listened to the same bands that I listened to growing up. That were, I mean, I listened to from Pink Floyd, Pantera. I love Megadeth. I love like I love metal. I don't listen to a lot of metal as I used to. But the stuff that I listened to is Pink Floyd. Old, Creedence. I love Creedence, Clearwater Revival. I like these all those, old classic rock. Anything, Stevie Miller, whatever you can, Jimi Hendrix, all the, all the good oldies, the classic rock, the stuff that, the,
Right.
basically the psychedelic, stuff, man. I've always been into. Um,
Right.
that's a lot of inspirations, just being, like I have another road song called Stagecoach Road, which is about picking mushrooms on the road, which is basically my inspiration for, playing guitar. I basically taught myself and with the help of a couple of psychedelics, and the good old days. It's kind of opened my mind to follow the dream, man, and find myself as knowing I'm a musician. This is where I need to be. It gets depressing and encouraged, but but it's it's kind of like you found your place, but kind of helps me.
Right.
But yeah, that's kind of how where my main inspiration comes from is like this. And I get a little too deep, man, with my songs sometimes, and I'm trying to write more less blood on the page kind of shit.
Right.
I don't want to, you know, the world's fucked up, but let's just dance, have a good time while we're, like that's how it's going down. But then I get on the more political. Like the first album was all about political, the bullshit of the government and all
Right.
that crap. And yeah, just anything, daily life event, my son, man, living through his eyes, that's inspiration.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, well, that's cool. You speak about a lot of the older stuff that we all grew up on and taking influences from there. Um, so I don't normally ask this question, but can you describe what your style of music is, what your sound is?
Yeah, I kind of, I describe it as I don't even really transpose anything. I mean, I'd say it would be acoustic rock, but it's got, it's everything from bluegrass to jazz to blues to, not really like, I'm not really thinking of a genre, of course, when I'm writing a tune, it's that's the way it does, and that's, that's the way I'm feeling it, because I don't read music. I never have, and I've found it that when I've gone back and tried to educate myself and learn scales and modes and blah 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 blah, blah, it really kind of clouds me because I don't want to know that kind of shit that you don't want to know because you're like, hey, I already play this stuff. I don't want to know what it is. And I'm playing. So I don't really transpose myself. You can ask me what key is Mahogany Road, and I'll be like, hold on, let me grab my guitar and that real quick because I don't really think about it. It's kind of like how Stevie Ray was. If you really if you're feeling it, if I'm feeling it, I'm feeling it. If I'm not, I'm not. What I'll do is I'll write music, I'll record it. I've gotten very good at engineering. Unless I'm adding drums, and stuff, it's easy for me to do it here at the house. I can
Right.
double up everything and make it sound as good as I want to. Um, and in my albums, so good albums, I'm not stuff's not flying out the door, but they're nice take on icing on the cake. But yeah, I play a melody. I write something, I record it, and I don't usually have lyrics at that point, and I just basically hit record, and I'll grab a microphone and start saying stuff that comes in my head. And it ends up creating a puzzle that's a mess, and then just putting it all together, putting all the pieces together where
All right.
it's like what invokes. It's just the music. What the music invokes in me. I just kind of let it go out, let it come out like right off the top of my head. That's kind of the best way to do it.
Well,
I mean, I've been stuck on songs for a month. and they come out good. But the songs that I wrote just like that, the ones you catch in the moment. That's all. That's what music's all about.
Right.
One genre to the other.
I think that's the true meaning of an artist when you can take something, take an idea, and then take a thought and then put it together and then make it happen.
Yeah.
So,
No, I appreciate it.
you're quite welcome. So we talk about your influences. Let's talk about some of the things that you're doing now, some of your projects that you're doing now.
I just released a CD. It's my fifth CD. I'm actually working on my sixth one, which is all new originals. The fifth one is just kind of like a greatest hit. I don't want to say greatest hit. I call it. It's called a decade of MC. It's a decade of. I grabbed every song. I grabbed 20 of the best freaking songs that I want to give to the world. Because I got tired of honestly printing up 4 different CDs and people asking me which one should I get, and I'm like, well, this one's good, and this one's good, and this one's good, and this one's good. Well, I got all the good ones on one disc. You know what I'm saying? I had it was a hard choice because there's a lot of songs that I'm happy with, and that I really love because they're all like my little babies, man. You all when you get them out, dude, you gotta respect them like you always have, man. Like you do your child. I'm gonna take this from St. Santa, like he says, when he says he says, how do you respect a song like Oh Yeah Come On Father? You play it a million times. I mean, and people want you to play that shit every show. Well, you got to take it out like it's like a kid getting out of the shower and you're brushing his hair nice and gently. You don't want to,
Right,
forward
right.
tangle. You got to just make it, new and find, that's what I like to do. I like to make the songs that I do. I like to play them out and it kind of brings new life into. And go back and I'll change words, re-record it, and do other things to it to make it better. But it's just the best of thing that I just done. I've got several projects. As far as like gigging, I do 3 to 4 gigs a week. During this kind of season, it gets kind of slow, but I'm always gigging. I don't really record as much as I'd like to, but yeah, it's pretty much all I'm working on right now. Just playing as many shows as possible. You know, keeping it going, making a living.
Nice, nice. Okay, well, that sounds pretty cool. I know that you're always busy, like you say, you're always gigging and always doing stuff, and that's good. I like to see an active musician. So many times I run across musicians who, you know, they're off for a week or two, and then they're not really doing anything, and that to me sometimes tells me that you're really not putting forth your best foot. Not to diss on any musicians or anything, but I think if you're gonna make it, then you've got to really put your best foot forward and go out there and strive to be the best. And from what I've seen over the last few years, you're living the dream, man. You're just really living it.
And I'm making my own posters, I'm doing my own shit. I don't want to pay for that, Fuck all
Right.
that. I make, I don't sell millions of CDs, and I'm not gonna. If I sold a million CDs out of the gate with a record company, I'd make probably less than I make working at freaking McDonald's. Let's get clear that I've talked to I've met, stars, artists that I've loved and grew up on,
Hmm.
loved Candlebox, man. Candlebox is another good '90s band.
Yeah.
Pearl Jam, all that good stuff from the '90s as well. But I met with some of those cats, and I've asked them, what's one thing I know. People ask me all the time, but what one from one artist to another, what should you do? This was a young age. They said, don't fuck with a major. Well, I took that advice. It's like this, man. It cost me $1.25 just to get a CD, shrink wrap, barcoded, and put on iTunes and all that. And Grenade don't generate a lot of cash, but I'm making $9 a CD as opposed to $1.25.
There you go.
And and it's my shit, and I don't have to make videos for it that might not get aired. I have to pay for it, and then
Right.
yeah, I'd rather do it myself, and I pride myself in being on time, man. I'm the guy that's on time, so I have to get at the gig at Carambola, because people here they have this thing called island time. Oh, island time. I mean, you don't have to be on freaking time for nothing. Well, people appreciate the people that are. And I'm one of those people that are serious. Like, I leave an hour and a half for my show. I make sure I'm set up. All my chords in the pictures be laid, looking nice, drink while I play music. I don't, I smoke weed all day, every day, but I don't drink. I don't do, like, any, like, yeah, I stay away from all that shit. I've been down that road too, but I stay clean and then do, honor the music, man. Cause look, I can be doing all that crap, and it's not honor the music. I mean, after what you do after in your free time, that's different. That's your business.
Right.
But not, when it comes to, I'm really, of course, any entrepreneur, any business has to see it like that.
Right.
It's just the way it is.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, hey man, I really appreciate this opportunity to sit down and talk with you for a little while, and I really, like I said, really appreciate it, and thank you very much for your time.
Man, I appreciate your promotion, brother. Keep doing what you're doing, man, with the band. But I really appreciate people like you too, man. Just sit and respect it. And there's a lot of people these days and kids that just don't. I don't think they feel it like I do, or they don't think music is that. I sure it was great. They have the songs, they have the soundtrack to their life. I just don't think it's. I just don't think they just messing with the music these days. I just feel it's hard to find good music.
Right.
But keep rocking, brother.
Okay. You too, man. And we'll check in pretty soon, and we'll holler at you later, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Keep in touch.
All right, we'll do, man.
All right. All the best.
All right, bye.